Opens up. In walks the headmaster Carrick. He comes walking in. So, did everyone here have a good rest? And he kind of looks over. He's like, "What is your large friend doing under the bed there?" As Benji's still going 421, 402.
This is normal for him. Not for me, but for him.
I see. It's quite the weight he carries there on his back. Must be quite a strong fellow, let me tell you. And eventually he turns to you, Stan, and is like, "Well, I do have a favor to ask of you, young Stan.
Of course, master. What may I do?
You see, well, perhaps we should discuss this out of the dorm, and then maybe you can relate to your Sentinels friends here."
Certainly. Let me just give me just a moment, and I'll take a very large leap off the back of off the back of Benji's back.
Take 10 falling damage now.
And I'll just grab my one bag and my book, and I'll just head out the door. And I'll just I'll follow Headmaster wherever he wants to lead me.
Okay. He leads you, ironically, to the same balcony that all the conversations have been happening here. As he leads you out there, the morning sun is now fully above the Hawk Mountain and is shining down fully on the town. Clear skies. It is still cold here, though. Though the sun shines, it is a brisk morning. As you walk out there, you kind of shiver a little bit, kind of get used to the morning winds. As he walks out there with you, he, "Yes, you see, we've had a sort of incident happen that would require your looking into."
Would it have to do with the fact that you know that we are the Sentinels?
You watch his eyes kind of go wide and his jaw kind of drop, and he goes, looks to the side, looks to the other side, and kind of goes, "Yes, it would have to do with that. What is the Sentinel usually speak of, boy?" And he kind of puts his closer to you.
And Stan will just reply back, and I spoke the truth with you. We are from the Republic, and well, they are from the Republic. They are the Sentinels of uh, Parvy, I believe, is that tiny town they said they were from. Um, they have done much this past few days, and they are not well liked by pretty much anybody on the other side of the world right now. Um, we are trying to get by as soon as we can, so that way we can be out of your hair and not cause any trouble.
"Oh, no, 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 no trouble at all. No trouble at all, boy. Believe me, the diocese and the Republic have not had decent relations in 100 years. I'm sure that no one here is inclined to take a reward for your uh, exposure. No, no, that is not the reason why. No, 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 not at all. No, you see, I actually didn't know that you were the Sentinels until just now, until you told me." As he kind of leans down, takes out the earpiece and kind of, "No, no, I have a different assignment for you. Perhaps in doing it, it would, uh, well, think of it as a repayment for staying at the dorms for a while. You see, there's a student who began his own pilgrimage, much like you did, to the Republic, only he began his just a few short weeks ago, by the name of Brian Velikos. Now, you see, he's recently graduated, the class of a few years after your own, uh, and unfortunately, we have lost contact with him. He was supposed to send us a message by pigeon or bird or magical messenger, whatever it may be, and we received no such Well, no such communication.
That is strange. You said he went to the Republic as well?
No, not at all. No, he didn't make it that far. Not nearly that far. That was the original intention, but unfortunately, he got as far as the town of Chueva, and that was it, and we lost contact.
Where is Tueva?
Oh, it's just a few miles here. And as he kind of pulls out his own little kind of pocket map of just the diocese, he shows it to you. It's about, you're looking at about probably 50 miles or so. To the it gets closer towards the Tetrarchy and the Hawk Mountain.
Okay.
You're moving west to get to it. And he kind of yes, but we also do have the our own magical transportation circle leading into Cueva itself. Yes. Now I could authorize use of it should you go there in search of our missing student.
I believe the rest of our party would be okay, especially if they know that it is in repayment for this generosity that you've given us all. I know I came unannounced and I should have communicated a little sooner where I was intending to take them all. But we will gladly do this as a thank you for your kindness and for your discretion regarding who they are.
Of course, my boy. No, should you all be ready, I will be down in the cathedral housing the transportation circle to Tueva. Meet me there once you have gathered your effects. And he kind of wanders off with his cane, kind of goes stepping away.
Yeah. I think if anything, I would just shout back at him and just be like, "We do have Master. Do you remember the name of the scrying experts?
He kind of turns back to you. What was that?
The scryers. Have you not looked into scrying for Brian?
Oh, scrying. Well, you see, unfortunately we have, and well, unfortunately there has been no response from our master scryers. Even our finest professors cannot find him. That means either he is, well,
Disposed
possibly
of.
bit the dust, if I
Hmm.
may borrow an old expression, or he is missing, or perhaps does not want to be seen, which is strange considering he was such a bright boy.
Very strange and wonderful. Where are the scryers located in the college again? I forget. It's been a while since I've studied under them. Um,
Of course, my boy. No. They'd be in the divinity wing of the
of
college itself.
of course,
Should you?
silly
Uh,
me.
of course, it has been a while since you've been to our academy. You know, we always love seeing alumni of the Academy of Sky Aspire. Should you wish to visit, there are many seminars you could teach, many classes that would welcome the inclusion of one such as yourself.
Thank you for the invitation, headmaster. But I know my peers. I I appreciate it. I will go speak with the scryers though, see if they have any other information about our poor Brian before we get on our way. I think we'll most likely be ready uh before not too long after the noon after the sun at the highest. I think we should be ready by then.
Very well, my boy. Well, you know where to find them, and you know where to find me once you are ready. And with that, he turns around and begins walking back towards the direction he came.
And with that, I'll just go back and just find everybody else. I'll go politely knock on the women's side of the housing.
Considering I'm the only one here, I guess I should answer. She opens the door. Oh, hi, Stan.
Hello. I was just wondering if we could gather everybody out here. It seems the headmaster has a request for us in repayment of his generosity.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'll get the others, and I'll get them up.
All right.
Or, yeah.
You go and get up the other lady sentinels, and eventually they're all prepped and ready as well. I'm assuming you're also telling the other Sentinels about this one, Stan?
Yeah, I'll just let everybody else know. Just hey, we're going on a fetch quest. We're gonna go find Brian.
Do we actually need the whole party for this quest?
That is
Like-
true.
Like people who are just here, like I bet some people can rest. I bet some people like want to think about, their long lost now alive dads.
That's true. Situation could leave them behind. And I feel like they ain't gonna, object to that.
We want Nicole because we might want someone small. So we think
I was about to say, right
If
now.
you need to sneak into anywhere, I can pretend to be one of your guys' child. I did that with Wisp a lot.
Yeah, I think the headmaster didn't say anything about us not being able to return to the college, so I believe that should we decide to, and should others wish to explore a little bit, perhaps harness their, or try to learn something about magic while they're here, I believe, yes, in theory, we should be able to just leave just a few of us, and we should be able. I don't see anything going wrong with finding Brian.
That sounds like a dandy idea.
you have a smaller hunting pack, you hunt quicker.
This is true. This is very true. Well, in that case, whoever is ready, whoever wants to go, I believe we can leave as soon as possible. Nerali,
Yeah.
I have found the location of the scryers, and I believe I'd like to speak with them a little bit to see if we can get a foot up on where this Brian is. I don't know him very well, so even if we can just get a picture or some other image of him, so we can know who we're looking for.
That sounds like a great idea.
Oh.
Hey, Fabelia, will you look after my bird?
She kind of, okay. Almost.
James Jack, nicely.
Yo, can I kidnap Stan?
Kidnap?
Kidnap,
Steal
so
my-
that way I could have you bring me back to the other town so I could get my sword.
I mean, if you want to return back to the Republic, I'm sure we can speak with Headmaster Carrick and see if he would be willing to open that up for you. You can go to the Republic all by yourself, and the rest of us can go to Tueva to find Brian. I'm sure that could be arranged. I cannot.
5 minutes, I promise.
I unfortunately do not know how to send you back to the Republic. I don't know any of the runes necessary to teleport there. I just know how to get here.
How did you get there in the first place?
How did you get there? Yeah. I took a boat just like everybody else. I'm a dwarf, not a god. I got there sort of like everybody else, except for I had to take 2 steps for every one of yours.
Stern does not seem empathetic at all.
But yes, I believe we could send you back to the Republic. Again, I cannot. Perhaps Headmaster Carrick knows somebody who'd be able to.
Okay. I'll go hit up your headmaster. Hey, man, put my bow so that way I don't have my sword, man. That's crazy.
And yeah. Before we do all that,
I just wanted to get drunk and enjoy a wedding. I didn't expect a whole fight out of nowhere. Okay.
It's us. What? That's not a realistic. With us, there's always going to be a fight.
Why is there always a fight? Why can't we just have some fun and get drunk?
I don't know, because maybe we're all idiots who get in fights too much.
Well, here, while we go and find Brian, you can go and get drunk.
But just be like cautious, like going places we've already been. Like just use discretion. Wear a cloak. I don't know.
I could buy a mask, put it on my face.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Oh my.
I repeat, Noah, you're awful.
Along that note, as you all make your way down, are we going to the
To the
Scrying area
Scryers.
first?
Yeah, the Scryers
Scryers
first.
first?
That way we
Okay.
can speak with Brian. Although, give me a minute. I think my family is calling for me, so I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. I will say, as you guys make your way down there, Stan kind of leading the way. It's a very immaculate school, which you're not surprised of. As you kind of enter into like the main courtyard and then kind of go out into one of the other buildings. You enter into the basically the House of Divinity, the place where all divinity magic is studied and practiced. As you enter in there, I'm kind of taken aback by all the crystal balls that are sitting in like the sides, very immaculate stained glass windows, crystal clear like pools of water that have like sheets of glass on top of them so nobody can actually like put their fingers in it and that kind of thing, or like step in it. Different ways of accomplishing divination spells. As you enter in, it's been a while since Stan's been there, so it'll be new to him too. But as you enter in, you watch as a elvish woman, like middle aged, maybe a little bit younger than that, like compared to humans, probably about like 30. Long brown hair. Turns around, all of a sudden, from like one of the tables, and you watch she turns around, her glasses, which are like kind of like that horn rim style. She goes, takes them off. He goes, "You," and points directly at Benji. "You are from a land far from here, are you not?" You're on mute, Benji. You're on mute.
Oh, whoops. I was gonna say, I was like, I was born in a snowbank.
A snowbank, of course. Wait. Do not tell me. Do not tell me. No. With a tribe.
Yeah.
She really
So
quickly like
everyone-
grabs your hand and like tosses it over to like see the palm and like starts tracing on the palm. Like, I see. Interesting. And like keeps like grabs her like glasses, puts them back on, like zeroes in on something. You fought in many battles.
Benji just like gets super like anxious and worried. He's like, yeah.
Are we all there right now?
Say again?
Are we all there right now watching this?
Oh yeah. You're all there watching this like fortune teller type lady kind of just, like grab a hold of his hand, like looking into it, kind of and she looks at the X-shaped scar that you have on your chest, Benji, and she kind of, some battles you did not escape unscathed.
Little tear in my eye. Nope.
As she, yes, wait, and she grabs your head and like pulls you down, so she's like looking at your like bald forehead, and she's like, kind of like traces something on it. Looks back at your face and she kind of goes, "Oh well, at least you had a good life. I mean, that's not the way I'd imagine you dying, but oh well, I suppose it'll have to do."
I just kind of look at myself. I was like, it'll have to do.
And right at that point, you hear a "Oh, stop scaring them!" And a younger elven woman steps up to you. This elven woman is probably about the age of like a student in our time. Steps up, kind of pushes her off to the side. Enough of that, Professor. I'm sorry about her. You know, she kind of like as she like goes off, she puts her glasses back on, like eyeballing all of you as she like leaves. As the other student kind of looks back to you and goes, I apologize. I am Taya. I am a student of divinity. Is there something I can help you with? It's a, yeah, about...
Oh, I'll take it.
What?
Like
Well,
Filipinos are darker, I would say, because they're like Spanish.
This other woman's like a much younger, about our age. Very ethereally beautiful. Long, platinum blonde hair. Kind of curls at the tips. Her ears kind of shoot out from the hair itself. That kind of falls over her ears and down her back. She is wearing these these robes of study that are worn, looks like, by most of the students here. A very, very clear face, brighter blue eyes, and but she kind of has like an authority though as she kind of stands there, and she is just like, "Is there something I can help you with?" Okay, we've just had a few questions. A few people would like to respond. She goes, "Oh, very well. I mean, anything for an alumni. Who has questions?" Big fella. Any more questions you have? I believe our professor answered them all. Looks like over here. The professor's like, ooh, like looking around.
I was like kind of like just that comical in the background, like, holy cow, yes, I have every question in the book. And it's like quite obviously that I would like no question I would have pertains to the situation.
She's just like, we'll clear some things up later, big one. As for you, little one, what are your questions?
Sorry, I don't have any right now. I just instinct raised my hand. Maybe later.
Make I'm curious. Does Nearly actually have questions right now, or is she holding off?
She does have questions, but the mission comes first. Is kind
Make
of
a
what
bluff
she's
check.
thinking. Okay. Come on, Nearly, this is what you're supposed to be good at. Well, adding it all together. Wait. It comes to an 18 altogether. I rolled a 4.
She kind of. Your friends are fine, by the way. The rest of you. Oh, well. I believe I was right then. Looks back down at you, Nearly. Are these questions that would require our services?
Yes, they are, but I don't want to distract from our main goal right now.
What is your main goal?
She'll just kind of look over at Stan and say, well, if we do have the time. They just kind of like look for confirmation from Stan, like, is this okay? All right. My friends, I haven't heard from them in a long time. I don't know. Well, you say they're fine, but can you help me find them, or at least so I can see them for a bit to see how they actually are? Not that I don't believe you. I've never dealt with a lot of magic. I'm not used to this. I kind of want to see with my own eyes if I can.
Well, there are ways, possibly. The magic of divinity is pretty wild, but we can always attempt. Please. And she like motions for you to step with her. And as you two kind of walk together for a moment, you walk over to just like it's like a mock, like one of those Zen gardens, like one of those indoor gardens. Almost like a mini one of those. Like there's like a really tiny, like swerving, like pebble trail with two like mini lakes on the side. And as you look down, you can see two koi fish that are kind of swimming in them. And there's a few like little like miniaturized trees kind of growing up to the sides of it. And she kind of leads you over there. She gets down onto her own knees, so she's about at high level with you, and kind of reaches out her hand. Hold your hand out to me. takes it, like almost kind of just like drag you over and kind of flips her to the side. Kind of. You're a sailor.
Yes.
You're a privateer
Yes.
of questionable goods.
Questionable in the very least, correct?
Well, we do not live on the coast, so it's no burden of ours. People's business is their business. I only read the signs. I do not have an opinion on them. What was the name of one of your friends?
One of them, he's Zerim. He's a half elf. I think, I don't know, elvish years, like 250-ish in elvish years. I don't know, I have a list, but he's the first one on it.
All right. Well, and she keeps kind of like motioning through your palm. Well, by the signs, he would be in good health. However, I'm not reading anything from him. No motion, no sights. I'm afraid I can't provide you with anything.
That's okay.
Well, any others?
Yes, if you have the time. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 others, if you'd be willing to try.
I should be able to. What are their names?
The next one is Tycho. He's a wood elf, he's older, he's got an anger problem, but he looks out for his friends.
Kind of motions through. Watch this time her eyes kind of flare up a bit. And they kind of like burn away. Like almost like little embers kind of going out. Till I am sorry. And we can keep going.
You mean that you're sorry you can't see him, or is he dead?
I'm afraid in this case I do know.
Wisp. She's an old gnome. Imagine if it was my grandma.
Kind of motion through again. Once again, her eyes kind of burn, kind of like embers being kind of rolling up in like a blue flame. And she... I can't see much, but she is not dead.
That is good news. And the last two, I have Cordum. He's a half-orc. Very exactly what you would imagine.
You lost an orc friend already.
Yes.
Once again, her eyes kind of flare up. No, do not worry. By the signs. This one's also alive. Close to Wisp, it seems.
That is extremely good news. Do you have any indication as to where?
She puts your hand down and like is it kind of like a weird like you're like what the, but she puts two fingers with your forehead, kind of holds it there for a sec, and you watch as your mind. All of a sudden, you're no longer in that Zen garden.
Okay.
As you, and it's almost like you're looking through a pane of like warped glass. As you look around, you can't move, you can't do anything. You can only perceive what is in your vision. You do perceive, and you do have knowledge of a place such as this. You perceive a jail cell, some kind.
Yeah,
And what I know is just a jail cell, not particularly where.
You wouldn't know where, but you would know it's a prison of some kind. As your mind comes back and she takes her two fingers off,
Is the internet bad?
Well, there you are.
No.
The last one. Lathinda.
Lathinda. Sounds like a nice woman. Begins tracing over your palm again. You'll love this. Puts her fingers back to your forehead. And you're in the same jail cell that you were in before. As she takes off. Well, it appears many of your friends are in the same fix.
But you couldn't see where Zerum was?
Unfortunately not.
Well, I appreciate it. And how much would you say your services cost for this?
Well, with you bringing alumni along and with the headmaster taking a liking to you, I believe none will be charged at all. He told us you were coming, by the way. He didn't have to, of course. We already knew you were.
Stan or the headmaster?
No. The headmaster Carrick.
And are you talking about our whole group or just...
Or you in particular?
Yeah, I don't think I'm that important, so it'd kind of worry me.
Well, you're part of the whole group, aren't you?
Okay, true. If it was the whole group, that's fine.
She gives you like a little smile at that point and then kind of stands up. At that point, she looks over at Vasher. And you said you had a name?
I don't have a name, but a title.
Title?
A criminal named the Malachi.
She walks over to you, Vasher, and kind of brings you over to the this little garden that they have set up. Looks over to you and reaches her hand out for your palm.
Question. Can I aid this spending divination point?
I would say no, because this would be a singular spell on her part.
Okay.
It's all her right here. As you kind of hold your hand out to her, she kind of takes it. Begins tracing. You watch her eyes kind of flare up. And it seems like she's almost about to be like complete with the spell. At that moment, you hear a definite hiss from your grimoire. This. I do not like her prying into your mind.
Gonna smack it with my other hand.
As you do it, growls again. But even as it does so, you watch she kind of and lets go of your hand.
You okay?
Well, whoever it was, they're no fan of yours.
And I'm no fan of theirs.
Well, I'm afraid it'll be difficult to find them. I was blocked. Whoever you're looking for, and I don't ask questions, I only give answers. Seems like they're pretty well protected.
Figures.
Must have an entourage of some kind. Who are you after?
My dad.
Your father is the one with all the beefed up security services.
Yeah.
What did he do to you?
Murdered my mother.
Well, that is a reason. I suppose I can't help you anymore, but I will wish you good luck on that.
Thanks.
And with that, she kind of turns away. Anything else?
If my friends are done speaking, then there is one last question. I believe Headmaster Karakori has looked into them very much, but we're here to speak about Brian Velikos.
Oh, yes, the student who disappeared on us. And at the mention of the name, you watch as the professor turns back around. Brian Velikos, and kind of like walks back over to you guys, like huddles back over. It's kind of like, yes, we tried our hardest to find him, but unfortunately, Wait, you have heard the name? And she grabs your arm, Stan, and, like, starts, like, feeling your palm. It's like, yes, he is still lost. We need more information. And she, like, zooms off a different direction. Taya goes, anyway, we've unfortunately had no contact with him. Much in the same way as your friend over here can't see his own father. We cannot see Brian.
Do you have any idea where his last location was? We know the city that he's located in, but we don't know what he looks like. We don't know where he was in the city. We don't have much to go on. Anything that you could give us would be a great help.
Well, Chueva's a small town. It's about 50 leagues or so outside of the city. I mean, if you get there, it wouldn't be hard to ask around. That's all I can really offer you.
All right. Do you know what he looks like then? Perhaps just color of his hair.
Well, younger student, graduated at a young age. Clean face. Mess of black hair, I think. Clean cut shave. Oh, he was human. There's that as well.
That helps. You never know. Especially not here in the diocese. I screwed up the name of the city, the country I'm from. God dang it. Who am I?
as Stan has an identity crisis right there in the room, just like collapses.
Thank you very much for this help. We do appreciate it.
One question.
Yeah.
What do you mean by was human?
Well, I mean, should he be dead now, I suppose he wouldn't be human at all, would he?
Granted.
He was human last time I checked. Besides, aren't you as well? At this point, Vash, you realize that you've been holding up your human disguise. You kind of look down, look back up. She kind of like has a hand on her chin, just kind of looking at you.
Given. I too was. But no longer are.
Well, you do a fair job of hiding it, but unfortunately, in the House of Divination, that's kind of difficult to do. Now that she kind of like with a wink, kind of walks off. And kind of leaves you guys there. You have all your information.
Good boy.
I like her. She is not one that you can hide from. I like her.
Both of them are a little creepy.
But they're good at what they do.
At that mention, your vision, Vasher, is instantly blocked by a face as the professor
Headbutt.
it's like staring into your eyes, like grabs your head and is like doing like a
Headbutt.
mind meld with you, and she's like, that was the trick. Cinnamon rolls. Boom! Takes back off.
Did you not hear what I said?
Jose again.
When she grabbed my face, I wanted to headbutt her.
Good. I will say you do so to little effect. And she kind of like pulls it back up.
Gosh.
As you're like, what the? It looked like it hurt, but she just didn't even like acknowledge it. She's and with that, she runs back off again.
That's what I'm talking about. That's not natural.
It's a weird place, this House of Divinity.
They are good at what they do, though. But we should probably be on our way for this Brian fellow.
I agree. It's getting right about time. Benji, don't look too much into it. I'm sure you will die a great and noble death. Come on, we must go find this Brian.
To the big one! As you guys like walk out the door, the big one there only eat mangoes for breakfast. Takes back off.
He just like okay, and like just
out of there. Just pops out.
very heartbroken.
And with that, as you guys continue the long trek through the academy, you eventually do find the teleportation room where the headmaster is. He kind of leans at you, and you can see he's already got the sigils painted on the floor, and they're already beginning to glow. Kind of looks back up at all of you. I have prepared the teleportation circle.
We are ready, Headmaster. I believe we are ready to go to Tueva to find Brian. Some of our friends have asked to stay for a little while. They want to just rest up a little bit and understand a little bit more of the diocese. And this one, and I'll motion to Mugen. This one would like to return back to the Republic for a short while we are in Tueva. He left something of great importance there. Would you be able to send us to Tueva and send him back to what was that? Where were we again? I don't remember the city.
Oh, Afita? Port City?
Alfita.
Afita? He looks over at you, Mugen, and he goes, so you wish to return to the city you came from? I think you're on mute. You're on mute, Mugen.
Yes.
Very well. I shall prepare another transportation circle. It should be of no problem for my services. And he begins like with his cane, like painting down like these magical sigils on the ground, like right next to the one that you guys have. As the rest of you stepping into the sigil to send you back to Tueva?
Yes, stepping on to teleportation circle.
Okay.
Right, find her.
Here we go. As you all
Wait,
step on.
We're going two separate places, right?
Sounds like it, yeah. You're going to Afita and they're going to Tueva.
Can I tell the old man, don't close the yet. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Oh, of course, yes. I can leave it open for you. As he continues like painting, yours isn't quite done yet. He has to keep drawing a few more sigils, but the rest of you, the circle is done for Tueva, and you all may step in should you choose. All right. As you all step in, Mugen, you watch as your friends are caught up in this ball of fire as it, and all the sigils disappear.
Okay.
The rest of you, down the long tunnel of light, you fly through the air until you open your eyes,
Oh.
and you are no longer in the Academy of Skyspire for Magic. You are now in the small, like, town is an overstatement. Town's a major overstatement. This is a village. The tiny village of Tueva. That is Chueva. Tueva. As you enter into Tueva, you appear right in the middle, like right in the central court, like a courtyard area. As you look back behind you, you see just like a little well, for drawing water. But the first thing you immediately notice is that something feels off about this town. As you look around, there's nobody there. It is a very ominous-looking, kind of gothic-looking ghosts village of sorts. You hear this, and you kind of look up to the side, and you see this little crow, kind of like eyeballing you, and then
as soon as Benji hears that, he just gets super defensive. Like what that scary lady told him in that room just basically it got to him. So he's like very on edge right now.
Using Neurali's tracker detail, can I look around for signs that, I mean, it looks like nobody's been here, but can I look around for signs of maybe a group moving somewhere, or just note if there's no signs at all, if anybody's been around here?
You can make a sense check, and you may add your tracker. You may use your tracker detail for that.
Okay. So the total is 30.
30, okay. Let's kind of get down and begin kind of studying the tracks using a trained eye. You do see footprints. Some old, but some fairly recent. Looking like they were just moving through town as normal for a little while. Until you start to notice they're all kind of converging in the same area. And you follow them and you start walking, and the rest of you kind of travel along with her, kind of gingerly stepping, Benji, as you kind of your shield is up, like ready for any nuance to come at you. You're like, I will not die by a crow. This will not happen to me. As you continue to step forward, you do see where the footprints all lead. As you look up, one building that is far different from the rest, looking like a Gothic manor, like a mansion of sorts. Has like a nice front gate. You see the gate now is wide open, like the tipped edges like spears of this black gate. You see two gargoyles playing sentinel, like their mouths wide open, staring outward, kind of almost like guarding the entrance. Inside that kind of inner courts of this mansion, there's the door leading into the mansion proper, into the interior, and all these tracks seem to lead there.
Okay. I'll convey that to.
For sure. It takes, and I will say, to get to that point, to get to that mansion, you have to go kind of a little ways out of the city. It takes you about, with your tracking and like keeping an eye on the footprints, it takes you about like 25, 30 minutes to get there, just like walking along the edge till you finally get there. The village is still in view, but this mansion is kind of a little bit outways from sight. You look around, the entire the courtyard of this main area. It looks like there's like a fountain in the center that is no longer working, no longer spraying anything. Half the cobblestone of the courtyard is covered in like brown and dried leaves that kind of like rustling against the wind as they kind of across the way. The trees in this area, as what looks like fall approaches, are losing the last of their own foliage. The house itself, these big pointed rooftops, large open windows, but all curtains drawn as you approach.
All right. Yeah, and I'll just convey to the group that people were definitely here recently. It seems like this town should have plenty of people walking around and about, given by how fresh these tracks are, but they all lead here. And I do not have a good feeling about this. And I suspect if our Brian was with the group, that he was also led to this place.
Do we want to immediately begin investigating here outside of the city? Or do we want to go back and see if we can possibly find anybody in like a town hall or any possible random shop? I'm sure there must be at least one or two people in the city. I can't believe that it's entirely abandoned.
I'd be willing to go back. I could probably find this place again, but given by the amount of footsteps and footprints that have come this way, I am a bit doubtful, but I'm willing to go back. And it shouldn't take as long because now I know where it is. I won't have to be tracking everyone's footsteps.
What did the rest of you say?
Benji, you feel a presence brush against your leg. As you look down, a black cat, not unlike the first cat you met these days, but without the gun. Unlike Macabre, kind of purring against your leg, kind of like walking against it, and then it goes, and it like just goes like walking off.
I just like, depart, you foul beast!
As it just kind of stares there, like its tail like just kind of flapping to the sides. So eventually it shrugs and moves off. Yeah, Macabre! Meanwhile,
I kind of huddle like next to just the person next to me. I am not myself today.
Oh, bitch, you get off! No, I can't.
It's like a Shaggy Scooby thing. Like you got big old Benji there, like Zoink Scoob. Meanwhile, while that's happening, Mugen, the circle is finished. As the last sigils are drawn, the lights go up, and you are free to enter into the portal. You are muted.
I'm running.
All right. You enter into the main city of Afida. The fire is still going behind you. You know you have a time limit to get back, so you begin running off to try and find your the smithy.
I'm also pulling out my sword so I can cut space. It'll make it faster for me.
That is true. Go ahead and make a power check for me, or
Okay.
focus check, whichever you prefer.
That crap. Where did I put my? I got a natural 18, and then I had 6 power. Where did I put my?
I'm willing to bet that should be enough, though. It was a 20 for the difficulty, so that should be enough there. As you really quickly cut time, you're going so fast you almost like fly headfirst into the door. As the door is now like right here. As you hit the door and you open it up.
Can I hit the door like a cartoon character where my whole limbs just and
As you come to as your momentum comes to a dead stop, you really quickly open it though. As well, what do you know? Puts the weapon he's working on down. Kind of looks at you. Well, look who's back.
yeah, I'm back. Can I get that sword now? You know, I kind of have a time limit here.
Oh, of course, of course. Let me grab it for you real quick. And he runs to the back and pulls out this very nicely wrapped package. Kind of sits down in front of you. Well, here you are. I did my best to make it in the style that you were wanting, but you know, materials are hard to come by.
I'm just gonna have my hands come out and I'm like shaking as I'm like
As he gingerly sets it in your hands and kind of holds it away.
you ever like buy something and then something new and when you open up the packaging you just kind of like smell it. Smells new. That's
You take
like
you take a whiff and it smells like used parchment and a new car.
oh yeah. This is stuff.
As he goes,
Also, I also have gold. Can I buy my bow back?
set it down. How much are you paying him?
No, how much? I don't know. I'll give him 500 gold. I don't know. Just I want my bow back.
He goes,
Just
500.
what's going on?
Is that a
Well-
deal? Is that a deal? Do we have a deal?
Yes, just give me my gold. I gotta go.
500 gold. 500. He catches it. Whoa! There's like satchel of gold in his hands. He, looks down at it and like, yeah, of course, and throws you your bow.
Thank
catch
you.
And begin running off. And you are down 500 gold. You are up 1 bow, and you are up a package.
Nice.
As you begin running back toward the direction of the portal. And I will say, go ahead and make a power. Go make a focus check for me.
Okay. Dang it. I keep forgetting. Ooh. That's a natural 4.
Ooh. Is at this point that you realize that after having warped there, I think we lost. Is he? I think he's frozen. Wait, are you frozen? Oh no, he's not.
I'm here.
I thought you were frozen for a sec. I was like, no. Is at this point, Mugen, though, that you realize that you don't know how to get back to the portal. You
What?
walked too fast, You were too fast and you started running. You didn't take time to remember where you were in the first place. And you all of a sudden go with your package and your bow in like your hand. You go, I'm lost.
And what did he say? He's like, hold it open for 5 minutes.
Yeah, you have 5 minutes. We'll come back to that in a second. We're gonna cut back to the group down in Chueva right now. What are you guys doing?
Well, are we gonna head back to the town to see if there's any lone person who might be left?
Stern is all for that plan, but he does understand that like we're here, we might as well go in and investigate. So if everybody else is kind of hesitant about moving, I think Stan would pick up on that and just be like, "Well, it seems I'm outnumbered. I suppose we'll go in."
Or go back to the school of Jiggy. Live.
Oh, Benji, we will not let you die.
Benji's like, "Why roll for an investigation check? I'll just purposely throw a 1 so I can be like, ah, he's dead. Oh darn."
Go ahead and take that, Benji. That's yours. You can eat it to survive.
Thanks.
Well, with that, everyone's entering in.
Yes, I will go first and just kind of see if I can keep track of the tracks. Keep track of the track.
Okay.
And just
You're worse than he is.
I'll follow her.
I keep track. And
Sort of.
I'll also kind of look back and say, "You guys got my back. I don't want any ghosts jumping out at me." Ah.
Yes.
No.
I'm following with my sword out.
All right, sword comes out.
We're doing this stealthily, of course. No other way. This is creepy. I don't want to die.
Oh, so I probably shouldn't. I should probably extinguish the light that I set up in case the house was dark, right?
Yeah, probably. I will say, as you guys.
I've never tried this before, but I don't want to just barge in head first.
All right. Well, as you all continue forward, walking across the tracks kind of end at the cobblestone where the leaves are blown over, with it becoming just too hard a ground for anything to really make an impact. As you keep moving, you move up to this very creepy-looking Gothic building, this mansion of sorts. Probably was immaculate back in the day when it was new. These tall windows on either sides in the hallways, things like that. Looks like it's like a 2-story house, maybe like a basement that you can't see. It looks like there's like a second story and then the main story. As you walk up and you touch like these grand mahogany doors. You walk inside, and inside you find a strange sight. The inside of this building looks surprisingly well kept. A very nice, clean, red rug runs the length of like the main foyer. Above that is a chandelier, not lit, and inside, I just to preface, inside is still dark. However, there's a chandelier, a glass chandelier, just kind of hanging there motionless. As the red rug continues, it ends at what looks like a brilliant ebony grand piano that just sits in the center, almost pristine looking, very clean. Across that way, like back behind the piano, are 2 staircases that kind of arc up like this, come to a point right about here, and that's where that looks like the second story begins, with 2 banisters kind of leading away from the main hall. Below, you can also enter in below the stairs and go down to other hallways, probably on the first floor.
First of all, not walking down the center of this red rug. I feel like that would just be a huge Just dumb idea. Like walking off to the side on the side of the wall.
Okay. So you just kind of like sidle your way along.
Stan feels very called out as he notices the neurologist immediately just like beeline off the rug, and he is like square in the middle.
Vasher's gonna try and walk on the edge like her, but he's a lot bigger.
Vasher,
With
as you
wings and everything, that's kind of bulky.
Vasher, as you try your best to cling to the wall like Neurali is doing, all you hear a boom, boom, boom. As you look over the side, you see like freaking Stan just go trotting down the center. Just, boom, 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 boom.
Stan!
He makes it
Stan,
all
I
the way
don't want you to die.
He makes it all the way to the grand piano.
I don't
Nothing
want to
happens.
Can I'd probably just like ding one of the keys and be like, man, I really wish that elf boy was here. The one with the violin. He'd probably know what to do here. He could probably play this thing.
I
And just-
swear, if this thing
Wait.
starts flying on its own.
To preface, you ding one of the keys.
Yeah, I just ding.
All right.
Stan!
As you click down, plink, 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 plink. There's no sound. That's the thing. There is no immaculate piano noise.
Oh.
It's just if the strings just won't move. You just plink, plink. Yeah, there you go. You're kind of like sitting there, kind of like, oh.
Okay, so if they're just making plinking sounds, can I like open up? Well, I mean, I might be a little bit short, but can I like open it up to see what the hammers are hitting on?
Yes, I will say you can. As you open it and kind of look inside, you see that there are no strings. The hammers are just hitting air when they go up.
That's the weirdest piano I've ever seen. What other like what else is down here? Are there any rooms that are down on this first floor, or is it really just like the entryway and then the stairs that go up?
There are two hallways kind of going up to like what looks like the east and west wings of this building. Looks like both sides have a first floor and a second floor. As you look down from the piano, so you look down one of the hallways, you can see down the line, the hallway. There's a few paintings they can kind of see on the wall, and bearing in mind it is still pretty dark in here. And down that hallway is just like pitch black right now. Like there's no light reaching there. And there's a few doors that you can kind of see that go forward on both sides. Each side kind of is like a mirror reflected.
Well, do do we want to split up? It seems there's four corners to the house.
You have never
Feels
seen
like
a
a
scary movie
distinctly
before.
bad
have you?
Shaggy,
Well-
I'll take Velma and Daphne. I'll go this way. You and Scoop go the other way.
Because that always turns out great. Well, okay. I'm not okay. We could do that. I was also thinking maybe we just split the group in half to go up each side of the stairs and meet together at the second level. I'd much rather clear up the top level than be trapped on the bottom level by something coming down from above us.
There is safety in numbers. This place is really weird.
Yeah.
It's also so gosh darn dark in here. Are you sure I can't just like and whatever, like if he has like a little finger that his light comes off, he just wants to
No, the doors!
As the door shuts and you're left in pitch blackness.
Okay, maybe a little light would be good.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put a dancing flame on each shoulder.
Okay. Lights up a little ways. You have once again a view of the piano. No real view down the hallways. The chandeliers kind of disappear out of sight. just because some of the glass is kind of reflecting off, but it's not. I'm going all the way up.
I think I'll make a light too, just a ball of light that hovers around in my head so that we can see more clearly.
Okay, you. So the light kind of swirls around your head there. You have a little bit of light, for sure, enough to explore.
Well, it seems now we only have 2 light sources anyway, so splitting into 4 definitely won't happen, but perhaps it would be best for us to stay all together.
Yeah.
Also, is nobody
Benji, how
going?
are you feeling?
Well, we can go home at any time. Yep.
I'm pretty sure Benji, like, this is it for him. Like, he thinks he will die here. Like, this is
Yeah.
where it is.
Like I'm starting to like collect my thoughts and like make peace with my life.
Your inner demons.
Yeah.
I'm just trying now to think of the demons that Benji has. Like, oh gosh, dang it! There was that one day where I only did 387 push-ups when I know I had 390 in me. Like,
The anti-swole.
Benji's demons are right there in front of him. I'm right there.
Alright.
Benji
Ugh.
does actually want to do a fox ear ability to just listen to the mansion.
Interesting. Go and make a sense check for me.
It's gonna be bad. Or again, that 20 and it doesn't matter.
Yes!
dude, you have been on one today.
So what is that?
Dang.
What is that in total? That's a 40 plus whatever you have for your ability. So that's like,
That's 45.
yeah.
wait.
Yep.
Wait. No, that's straight 50. Never mind. Because it's
Woo!
50. Wait. No. Sorry, I was adding up my physical. This isn't physical.
This will be a mental one.
Mental. So that would just be a 22.
Well, you're also using Fox's ear, so you multiply the roll.
Multiply a roll?
Yep.
So it'd be 40 plus 2?
Yep. 40 plus 2.
Okay, 42.
All right. 42 is you. Celebrated. You're like, shh. You listen in, and as you all go silent, Vasher, you kind of dim the fires on your shoulders and kind of like let everything kind of go dim for a second. You can hear like the creaking of the house, like of it like settling, and it's very unsettling. It's very like, oh geez, as you hear like you hear like a door at one point, like, and like just like other like random sounds that the house just kind of makes just because it's there, you know. However, as you continue to listen, Benji, kind of really like honing in, you hear music from a distant hall, top floor. Oh.
What? Fellas, do you hear that?
Nothing for you guys. You don't hear anything.
So is it like, do I hear, you say it's coming from like upstairs?
You hear it coming from above you, yeah. You can assume it's on the second floor.
There's something upstairs.
What is it?
But I'm not going. Let's go home.
Well,
What
to
do
the
you
second
hear?
floor.
Sounds like sirens and death.
Well, that's something I'm acquainted with. Let's go. No.
Alrighty.
We're just here to find Brian. I'm sure the faster that we find him, the faster we can get out of here, Benji. Come. We need your well-trained ears. Is every muscle in Benji just like super ripped? He's got these ears that can hear music. And nobody else. What the heck?
Okay, question. How do you define a ripped ear muscle?
I just see
What does
biceps.
that look like?
There's just biceps on the top of Benji's ears.
No, it's just this D20 that I got for $1.50.
As Benji shows you his plastic dice. Okay, what's the plan, Sentinels?
All right, you guys, let's just go up, figure that out. Maybe it's Brian, and if not, then we'll know what it is, and we can just figure it out. We gotta just do something, though.
She is right. We just have to go and do it.
You know where it's coming from. Lead the way.
Yeah, guy with the giant shield should go first.
What? Now you hold on. You heard what the scary lady said. And I haven't had my makeups today.
I was trying to see if I have any spells that could like force a mango into existence, but I don't have any.
That's like the most genuine Benji thing I've ever heard. You heard Scary Lady say,
Benji, it's not time for breakfast.
You are literally gonna have to convince Benji to do this.
this is the toughest thing. This is a huge moral dilemma for Benji. Benji, you're walking towards your death right now. Oh,
Benji,
man.
if this will be the only time I give you permission to do this, but if for whatever reason that makes actual sense in your mind, you will have permission to throw me into whatever situation so that you can get out of the way, but I just want to get this done. Do we have a deal?
I can go first, Benji. Just tell me where to go.
Benji just turns to her and goes, "You promise?"
Today and today only, I will shake on it.
I just encompass her arm and just give her a shake.
Okay.
And then with
And
my
then
newfound
you're all like-
courage and commitment and motive, I just says, "Let's go."
All the while, Neurali's just saying a prayer to Golly, and she's just going, "Please don't let me die. Please don't let me die. Please don't let me die."
He's got Neurali like the hands and legs like an M19, like stuff, like clearing rooms.
I'm just throwing stuff out of my sling while he does that.
Before we start storming up the stairs, can I just like, whoa, big man. And I want to take the light that's coming from my hand and put it on his shield, so it can be like a flashlight.
Okay.
All right.
As it and out of the mouth of the
But
bear.
I would just say like the eyes of the bear, just projecting.
Oh, the eyes. Okay. Yeah.
It's not coming just straight from the mouth, just like.
I guess. I mean, whatever looks cooler.
Eyes, mouth, nose, the entire face of the bear just letting out this light energy as you now have a flashlight, Benji. I mean, walking forward.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Also, as I walk, Neurali's gonna lean over to Stan and be like, "You know any like healing spells?"
No, no, I do not.
Meanwhile, Veli is still in bed.
Can I what?
Veli is still in bed right now, just.
Why do you leave the healer behind?
The best that I can do for healing is I can. Well, they say that the best healing is when the other thing is dead. So I'll work on that. I'll just kill it quicker.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Let me guess. None of us have potions either.
That would be negatory.
And at those words from Vasher, we cut back to Apita, where I'm lost. As Mugen is currently running the length of the town, trying to find his transformation circle. Mugen, I'm gonna have you make one more focus check for me.
Natural 20.
Jeez.
Well, this is the day of natural 20s today, man.
I'm lost. Turn like 45 degrees. Oh.
Nugan, you run. All of a sudden, you feel like this. Use the force, Luke, and you just turn a corner and you just bolt left, and you see it all the way down the line, the portal. And you watch this like the fire's like slowly starting to fade. You're
Yeah, I'm cutting
like,
that.
like gotta go fast. You're like, you take off. There's like a smoke trail behind you. You and get there just in time as the circle closes, taking you with it. You appear back in the Academy of Skyspire. You watch. Oh, what was that? The portal was about to close. I figured you weren't coming back. I thought you died.
Impossible. None can kill the great Kami.
All right, I suppose I better take your word for it. Now, did you want to go back with your friends?
Yeah.
Oh, indeed. All right, I shall begin speedily drawing the teleportation circle.
Thank you. Would you mind telling me what you like? Is there a specific kind of food that you like to eat?
Food. I suppose I'm not opposed to ham sandwiches.
Ham sandwiches. Next time I see you, old man, I'll give you some ham sandwiches.
It'd be most welcome. Fine, Master Kami. Keeps trying.
You guys, what is this session? Just what has happened?
This is the best thing ever. Oh, here you go, Mugen. There's one for you too. Little inspiration die for you.
Oh, I thank you.
Reroll any check there. All right. As he continues drawing the circle, now a little bit more cheery, knowing he might get a ham sandwich later. We cut back to the other Sentinels who are currently walking down the hallway of the second story of this mansion. With your shield out, Benji, you're moving forward like a flashlight, kind of shining every little thing. Once again, this room's also kept fairly neat. Upon walking in, you'd expected like cobwebs and spiders, but there's none of that here. Pretty much. Yeah, there's no cobwebs. There's no shattered windows. No dirt on the ground. It's kept pretty clean. Nice clean red rug leading across the room. As you guys continue to advance, you get to a point where all of you can now hear this music being played. It is very upbeat and very kind of cheery. Like it's like just like right off, like it's like a piano of some kind, like just right off of your hearing. Vasher.
As we were walking down, were there any features on the wall I could kind of run my finger over, see if it was at all dusty?
Make a sense check.
22.
22. You kind of look to the side, look down, run it across like those. I don't even know what they call them. Those little wall protector things. Kind of run across like a painting. You kind of.
It's a mold.
What's that again?
It's a mold.
Mold. There you go. Like the molding. Kind of rolled across. Thank you. You kind of run it across the painting as well, like a picture frame. And there's nothing on your fingers. It's kept very well clean. Kind of like, huh.
I don't like this.
You look up at the painting. You see in the painting as you look up, you see a what looks like a very like well-suited human man with a nice like thick mustache. And you see he's just kind of like standing like off to the side, kind of looking down. Has like a long tailcoat on in this painting.
Does his eyes follow us as we walk past?
Exactly. No, they do not. Nope, it's just a painting that you know of.
Wait, I forget. What color? What color hair does the guy in the painting have?
He has black as well. However, given the description you got from Taya, you can safely assume it's probably not him.
Okay.
This looks like to be like a much older human man. Probably like his late 50s, but still no gray hair quite yet. Kind of like a basket gray hair, but not quite there. But his hair is like nice and like slicked back, very fine looking black hair and like the nice thick mustache. Kind of, it's not like a French mustache. It's like just like a bushy, like style mustache. Kind of stands there with it. Hands like on the lapels of his tailcoat. And as you guys kind of continue walking down the music, you're getting close to it, and you can actually assume now, as the flashlight shines down the hall even farther, you can see like a row of doors, and then the end of the hall, there's like a final door.
Do we still like hear the sound and could determine where it's coming from?
Mm-hmm. You can, and as you continue walking, it's getting louder and louder as you get closer to that final door. So you can kind of assume it's coming from the very end of the hall.
Okay.
I want to be looking just for anything that could be trapped, including when we get to the door. I want to specifically look at the door to see if it's trapped.
Make a sense check.
Okay. And can I use my eagle eye because it's with sight?
I would not for this one because
Okay.
Eagle Eye is more for long distance. This is more like you're trying to look at details.
Gotcha. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
All right, so that brought me up to a 20 not nat.
20 not nat. Okay.
Mm-hmm. The first one I rolled was a 3, so I was like, ah!
It's a good time.
Even though Benji is stepping ahead of you, you do check the floor like with your feet for any kind of traps, and you can kind of eyeballing everything. Nothing that you can see, even when you're trained to look for something. The like light fixture, the what do they call them? The sconces that seem to be holding like candles that are not lit right now. They're currently out. But none of them look trapped. None of them look like they can like activate a switch that drop you into a hole or something. You look towards the doors. None of them have moved. No signs of activity as far as the doors are concerned. So far it's just that. That's all you have right now. At the door end.
Well, I will proceed closer to the door.
Okay. As you proceed forward, the music getting louder and louder. As the areas of the door, you now hear it in quite good detail. It sounds like one or even like there's a lot of white noise here.
There is.
You just got it. Okay, there it goes. Sounds like one or even like two pianos playing. And Benji, as you approach, dun, 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 music ends. As you are right face to face with the door, you kind of try to put your shield out. But you are now facing the door. The music has stopped.
I don't know what to do.
Is there like a peephole?
Slowly reach out.
There is no peephole.
Oh, dang it.
It is a solid mahogany door. Very well kept, just like everything else in this room, in this mansion.
I'm just gonna gently reach out and just very slowly push on it to see if it's locked or if it will open. Just ever so slowly and carefully.
Well, you go to push on the wood of the door, and it is closed. The latch keeps it in place. Should you want to open it, you would have to turn the doorknob.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
Raleigh, these fancy places have doorknobs. You savage.
On my ship, only mine had a doorknob. Okay.
You're opening it?
Yeah?
Okay. Chikook.
Brian!
No response from the crack in the door that you made. Hello.
I'm just gonna look back at.
What?
Oh, sorry. So go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I was just gonna like look back at the group and be like, well, I think it depends because that door was so loud. They already know that we're here. Should we just do our tried and true method, bash the door in and go?
Wait, I turned to her. I was like, I have idea. I go and I just open the door all the way. And what?
As you go, I have idea. And this mountain of a man now stands in the doorway with his shield still emitting light, just blasting the entire room like a floodlight.
Do I see anything?
Benji, as you open the door and your light shines in, you are in awe at the size of this room. It is huge. You weren't expecting this. As you go inside, it is a brilliant theater, like amphitheater. There are a row of seats leading up to a central stage. There are like in the balconies. There's even like box seating leading down. Immaculate gold statuettes. A few gargoyles up here and there. Red cloth used for curtains and used for like this almost like decor that kind of goes in between the box seats all the way down to the center stage. This room is lit. All the sconces are lit with candles. There is a brilliant chandelier that just dwarfs the other one you saw in the foyer that is lit and shining down. When you guys saw the mansion outside, there was like a larger portion of it, kind of like when you're like, you look at a high school and you can tell where the gym is because like it's just a big box. That's kind of what you saw the outside. Now inside, you know what it's for. You're like, that's it. This massive, beautiful theater. The light is no longer needed as you kind of take in the sight. Make a sense check for me.
Okay.
All of us or just Benji?
Just Benji. Well, Benji kind of took over the doorway when he stepped into it, so none of you can see what's going on.
8 plus 3.
Okay. You do see that another piano is on the stage, but there's no one at the piano right now, and that is all you see currently.
I'm just gonna call out. Hey, we're here. We received a message about repairing some squeaky doors.
Doors. The reverberation on this room is intense. And the rest of you hear this, and you're like, "Shut up! Shut up!"
Just to clarify, did we all hear the music as we were walking up here? Or
You
okay.
You all heard it
At this point, since the music stopped and everything's being creepy, Neural's just gonna like plug her ears a little bit so she can still hear the group. But if the music starts again, I don't know. There's just a lot of sea shanties about music and sirens and leading to death. So she's gonna plug her ears.
This is very true. As you start stepping in, are you stepping past Benji?
I ain't going past him.
Okay, Benji, you're still the tank in the lead. You're still there. So you all may choose to move forward into the room as a group, should you wish.
Sure.
As you enter in, you start walking in. I'm gonna have Neurali and Vasher and Stan all make their sense checks as well. You take in everything that Benji saw. You now all see this grand amphitheater.
Can I use my eagle eye here, or is this also just kind of a not applicable?
Not applicable here, yeah, because there's no like really tiny thing you're trying to find. It's more just detail, really.
The general.
Okay. I got a 25.
25.
26.
26.
Dang. I was really confident with my roll. I got a 24.
24.
Nice.
Okay.
24, 25, 26. That's good.
All right, all in the same vein. And I would say it's high enough for all of you to see. As you all kind of walk in, Benji taking the lead. Benji's kind of focused on the piano right now. That's what he's kind of focused on. He kind of walks toward the shield up, thinking that might be the source of, like, if there was a trap, that might be where it comes from. So he's got a shield up, like, ready to fight whatever's about to emerge, if someone does. He steps forward, keeps stepping. However, there's something more chilling that he does not notice, that the rest of you do. As you continue to walk with him, looking at the piano yourselves, near Ollie, you get this, like, faint sense to look to your side. And you kind of very slowly kind of turn your head, and you see into the rows of seats. and you're still behind like where the rows of seats begin as you walk in. But you look at the rows of seats, and just above a few of the rows of seats, you can see like tufts of hair. Like someone is sitting in them.
Oh,
I'm just gonna like pat the guys next to me and just like point.
Wait, in all of them?
I saw it.
Most of them.
I think we found the townspeople. Or just a bunch of dead demons, who knows?
Benji, you look to the side on hearing this. You look to the side as well, and you see what she said. She said that she thought she found the townspeople. Look to the side, and you're like, all the townspeople were like little hobbits. They're also tiny. As these tufts of hair are just like barely tall enough to breach the seats. You didn't notice them at first because you were like, you thought nobody was here. You thought the seats were all empty.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
Hmm?
What'd you say that very last bit?
Oh, you thought the seats were all empty. Like you didn't even notice that
Almost.
there might be people
The
there.
first one.
Okay.
And probably they're all like children because they're all like really tiny.
Well, I look around, like I hear what she says, and I look around, and I'm like, do they all live here?
Judging from the houses in the town? No.
And they must be having a concert.
As you say that, Benji, your voice echoes off. Concert, concert, concert. And there's no movement from any of you only see the backs of their heads, so like you can't see in front of them, but yeah, there's no movement.
Can I move a little closer and just like still behind them, but just kind of like try to peek over, just so I can maybe see the state that they're in?
Make a sense check for me.
Okay. 19.
19. All right, you step forward. Put your hands on like one of the, you're a little short too, so you put your hands on like one of the seats and kind of like lift up, and you immediately you're kind of like you stop because you realize you grabbed a hold of like a seat that had somebody in it. So you see like the hair right there. You're like, whoo, you freeze, and you're like, well, might as well go for it, I guess. You start trying to lean to the side there and put your head down and tilt your head. I need you to make a sneak check for me.
Oh no!
Turn your head like this.
You don't have to be sneaky on a boat that you own. I rolled a 1.
Squeeze.
What?
Squeeze.
How come you guys get all the nat 20s?
As you make your move, Nirali, leaning forward, your finger kind of brushes against the chair. It's like a soft felt kind of. You all been like a concert hall. Like that kind of feeling. As it you get your first sense of actual dust in this grand mansion. Like as you brush against it, it's like a little bit of dust kind of pops up in your face. And you go.
I guess they come to them all.
Just the tiniest little gnome sneeze. As you
On cute.
and even as you do that,
Yeah.
Ah!
you see, Nirali, the mouth drops open, a fully wooden face, wooden arms, and torso,
Ah!
as the very image of a ventriloquist dummy turns to face you.
Oh my goodness.
That
Nirali
was-
can handle this a lot better than I can. I hate this. Ah!
Eyes wide open, as it to
Yeah,
see you.
yeah.
You hear instantly and you look up, and all the heads have turned towards you. The bodies haven't moved, just the heads. So they're 180 to face all of you.
Gage.
Oh, I hate this.
As soon as it moves, can I see that?
Yeah, you watch all of them move.
Okay.
I'll ask the question, grab him by the collar,
Yeah,
and
bunch
yank her back.
Say again?
Can I grab her by the collar and yank her away from it?
You can. As you yank her back, you grab her, pull her back. You
We need to start.
pull her back. Your sword comes out, the fire up, holding it there.
Oh,
None
I'm
make
serious.
attack. There's no move to like strike at you. They'll just kind of sit there with their eyes wide open, looking at you. It is at that moment that you hear, "Don't worry, they won't harm you. kind of echoes out. Hum you, hum you. Unless I tell them to.
I look towards the sound.
It's coming up from the rafters, like Phantom of the Opera style. It's up there somewhere. Make a sense check for me, Benji.
14. Plus mental. Okay, that's just 16.
16. You kind of look up, and it's hard to get a read on it, even with the light in this room. It seems to be like moving around fast. Like you're like trying to focus in, and you can't see anything. Your shield's up, like ready for like an arrow to come flying at you, and you're just like trying to see what you can find. But nothing yet. And you hear a, "No, may I ask why you're all intruding in my humble abode?"
We received a call about squeaky doors.
Truly, Benji is the face of the group, isn't he? As you hear this, like this echoing laugh that rolls off into the theater, he goes, "Oh well, big man, you humor me."
My work is not that funny or humorous. It's quite daunting.
"Oh, please, you must have a heart for comedy. Come on now." You watch as the piano begins playing. There's nobody on it. It's just playing by itself. You watch as all the heads of the dummies slowly turn back to face the concert. Come now, my friends, you must have time. Please, I put on quite a wonderful show. The music's still going.
I want to try something, but it would be super out of character, I feel like.
What do you want to do?
I want to play his game, if it is a game.
Okay.
And
what are you gonna do?
And go up on stage.
Okay. The rest of you watch in horror as Benji just started walking forward. Put his shield up. But now here's the thing: is Benji aware of this game? Like, is he conscious? Like, he's like, "All right, I'll bite."
I'm not sure.
I think he kind of is, but also kind of not.
Roll a die.
Benji, roll a die for me, just to see what he's doing.
What, like a logic or what?
Thing.
Or knowledge?
Make a logic check for me.
I got a 4.
Oh boy.
Don't you have inspiration?
I do. I'll do it.
Use it.
Sorry, metagaming.
20.
Oh my god.
Natural 20?
No, 19.
Okay.
Plus logic. Oh, would that be plus mental? So 22.
22. Okay. All right. As you walk forward, you kind of get a sense. It's like when Benji has gambled before, and Benji has lost money spectacularly by gambling, and you have that same attitude now. You're like, "Don't worry, I got this." As you go walking forward. All right, you walk forward. There you go, my friend. And as you walk forward and you step on the stage, you watch as all the dummies kind of turn their heads towards you as you're walking. You gotta keep their eyes on you. As you go walk, you kind of like eyeball all of them. Kind of, keep looking around.
As Benji is walking down, I just want to shout out. So, who all is your audience?
Yeah, my audience. Well, let me tell you, the townspeople needed quite the entertainment, and I gave it to them. Believe me, I did too. The stresses of an academy pilgrimage. Oh, let me tell you. I mean, you would know. You're an alumni, aren't you?
Sure.
High stress. Always, not the most fun. And let me tell you, when I left on my pilgrimage, I wanted to have fun. And like as he's talking, you guys are slowly kind of walking down. It's like I wanted to have entertainment. I wanted to see, the arts and the comedies. I didn't get to until eventually, well, I made my own. And that's what you see before you now. The music keeps going. Dun, 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 still playing. Benji, you step up there. You're kind of like looking around. You look down at the piano. And you can now, you kind of wave your hand where like a person should be. There's nothing there. You're like, huh.
Gage.
Can I play along with the piano?
You may. Really quick. Vasher, what are you doing?
Can I try and pinpoint his voice?
Yes, go and make a sense check as well.
And knowing that this might be Brian, now that he's talking about his Pelican image, may I look for him as well?
You may. Go
Nice.
make a sense check too.
Okay. It's 20, not nat.
20 on that. Okay, what about you, Vasher?
1 sec. 29. No. 22. 24.
24. As you look up and try and pinpoint, you get the same feeling that Benji got. It's like coming from different places. You're like, you pin him down. You're like, he should be there. Your wings come out to like begin to fly, but you stop yourself. You're like, wait, his voice is from here now. You're like, what? You put your wings back and your sword's out. You're kind of like, where's it coming? You have your back to Nirali, kind of sitting around.
So, at this point, I'd like to light it up with fire instead of just steel, because dummies are wood.
You light it up there, and as soon as you do that, you hear this. Oh, please don't be such a spoil sport. Oh, come on now, young Infernal. You must join in the fun. Look at your friend here. And at this point, you two focus on him, are like, oh no. And you look back towards Benji, who is sitting down at the grand piano, and is like, cracks his knuckles. Bink. Benji, go and make a power check for me. Power check for me. Yep, I think you're muted.
All right. So it's just straight power. All right. Whew. 19 plus 15 plus 15.
Oh, yes!
So 49.
You begin to play. Pink. And all of a sudden, you hear your right wrist, and there is a wire-thin string dangling from it, leading up to the rafters. But instantly, remembering the words the crazy lady told you, you pop it with your teeth, and look up. And you hear this, there's like the voice kind of rolls around the room. As you hear this, oh my, he's quite a strong one. I believe you all are. Well, this ought to be fun. As all the dummies stand. And it is right there that we will end tonight's game.
Oh,
Holy cow.
man. Oh.
It's like it's a small world, the ride from hell.
Yeah, that's so good.
No kidding.
You guys, I don't do well with scary things. The scariest movie I've ever seen is The Hunger Games. That's not even a horror film.
I like
I'm
scary
sorry.
things.
If it comforts you, I don't do good with scary things either, so I don't even know why I'm doing that.
And I wanted my bow back.
Ah,
I don't even care.
Brian's gonna try to kill us.
Mugen.
500 gold for this,
From
bro.
Mugen. Mugen didn't make it to the town. The circle was finally completed, and Mugen finally showed up and was like, I'm here. And he's like,
Where's everyone?
where's everybody? To be continued.
This is going to be really sad if we end up killing all the townspeople.
I mean,
Ash already lit them on fire.
He got ready to. He hasn't done it
Ash
yet.
ready to torch all of them. He's like, get out of here!
Was I can't just.
Basher would very much prefer to torch the entire building and get out alive than
Is my other
risk my life to find this guy, because this is not normal.
that sword was
Not.
to me because
But it'll be a very interesting
you know, if I get that third
progression
sword,
when we come back
One Piece.
next time. It's gonna be a
Oh,
very
This was a-
interesting game.
This was a fun one.
this was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
These
needed this.
retreats are always
That was a
great.
lot of good role. That was a lot of good role playing from everybody. That was awesome.
It
That
was.
was a lot of fun. Discovering mysteries.
This has
Man,
been, yeah, this is. I'll share with you guys a little DM secret. I've had this encounter in mind for like a few months. I'm like, I gotta put him in this. I gotta do it. It's just, whew.
And I think it's really funny that everyone who's here tonight is like the characters who just aren't like 100% serious at all times.
Yeah, like they're all.
So
This is literally like the A team. Like this is like the guys like the Guardians of the Galaxy, like the misfits. You're all like, oh crap.
This experience would be so different if it was like Favelia, Yarick,
Carbonara.
Carbonara.
Leaders. Yeah, they're all gone now. No, this is a haphazard clan right here who's like, oh crap.
My, oh my.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you, but
Nah, it's fine. I'm
couldn't
just
resist. I couldn't resist it. I was like, oh shoot, I gotta do it.
man.
Hey Gage, I got a question for you.
Yes.
How would you feel if I had Mugen just start carrying like 100 swords?
Oh, it better get some power checks in there. You gotta lift all of them. He comes barging into the theater with like a bunch of swords in his hand.
Have you ever,
No, you're gonna arm the villagers.
have you ever seen Soul Eater?
I have not. No.
Oh, you gotta watch Soul Eater, dude. But there's a guy called I think it was Masamune, and he carries like a whole thing of 100 swords, throws them up in the air, and then caution tape just like goes around every hill, and then he uses all the swords to cut down his enemies.
Just like a really long whip, but with swords on it.
It's like a sword attached to a sword attached to a sword. He's like, "Ah!"
Oh man.
I'm really glad I didn't. do
Man,
it.
okay, but then also like with the oh no. Okay, but with like the pirate crew thing, there's a part of me that's like happy to know, but another part that's like I kind of wish I didn't know, and I had better hope for most of them. Gage, what are you doing?
This is a fun one. This is a good heavy role playing session. I like this. I like where this is about to go. I can't wait to see
He didn't
this
have
throw down. I want to see like Vasher like cutting down like 5 with like a fire like
because then if
lighting up
Man,
dummies.
I forgot what her name was. She plays Favelia. When she
Fair enough.
comes into the game, she'd be like, "Where'd everybody go?" And maybe I'm still there. And then she's like, "Where'd everybody go?" I'm like, they went to this town. I'm going there right now. I had to go get my sword."
They're the ones that were there though.
She went grocery shopping with you. No, here if anybody gets hurt, she's got her pendant, so she'll be like they're in trouble. So that's a big part of it too. So they're gonna learn the whole A team there.
Yeah,
this-
guys.
If Stan was any more chaotic, any more
He
chaotic,
could've.
had popped out from behind Benji after Benji burst through the door and thrown a fireball inside. Would have blown up
Benji,
like
you are playing with some serious fate. When you sat down at the piano, I was like, yes, please. Oh, man. I gave you power check, but I was like, man, if you roll natural 1, dude.
This
Well,
I just remembered Stan played the piano right when we first got into
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
if
frick.
you were there instead of at the theater. maybe
oh,
then it-
frick.
I forgot about
Yeah.
Benji would be a very bad thing.
Man.
Benji's gonna like turn around to you guys like with like 4 strings on and be like, there are no strings on me. Like running towards all of you.
Gonna haunt my nightmares. Oh man. But you guys were rolling awesome though. So many nat 20s.
A lot of nat 20s in that one. You'll have to go home now and watch Avengers Age of Ultron, the part when the possessed Iron Man shows up. That's straight up about like humans tangled in strings. Like all these like little dummy dudes come walking towards you. They all stand about the height of like Neurali, a little bit less.
Oh.
So.
Well, it actually reminded me
They're
of
2
this
feet tall.
this story of these kids who went to Disneyland at night, and the Disney characters actually came to life, and they went through the ride of It's a Small World, and all like the dolls, the dancing dolls, like started attacking them, and then
Really?
they figured out how to like defeat them. Basically, they had to do what the song says, and like just ran the song through like their mind. They're like, "Oh, smile means friendship to everyone. Smile at them. Everyone smile." And they all start smiling, and then the dolls left them
So
alone.
creepy. Oh my gosh. That is beautifully creepy. I love it. Man.
Need steel, baby.
Go see them on live. And
Dang. Yeah, well,
hey girls,
Good
shoot.
game, everyone.
bottoms is still.
Excellent game. Well done.
But think about it. You
Well done,
need
everybody.
to anyway.
Should we tentatively try to plan for maybe same time next week so that way it's not, the day before or day of, hey, are we actually playing?
Sure.
I say yes. We should be able to. Yeah, I say does next week Thursday work for everybody?